A 10-minute recipe that makes you stop thinking about food. That is the promise today, although, you know, I don't like to promise anything, but that is the goal in today's video, guys. If you're new here, my name is Dave, and I am not a professional chef, but we certainly have a lot of fun making these videos. Let's get into it. We're gonna try to make a no-snack taco crunch bowl, keto style, that's gonna make you feel really full and stay full and get all that noise saying eat some Doritos or eat some Cheetos out of your head and fill you up really quick and easy. We're trying to remove hurdles in the diet, in our eating, that keep us from eating good. So, to start off, we are gonna need to brown some beef. And typical me, I let this beef wait till the very last day. Is it the 4th? It's the 5th. We're one day over on the beef's best by date, and I bought it like 4 days ago. I just kept procrastinating. It's really bad, I'm such a procrastinator. It smells good, that's really the key. Wait, how much meat is this? This is 2.5 pounds, 2.25 pounds. And we only need 1.5 pounds, so what, that's fractions? That's too hard. So half of it would be 1 1/12 pound, 1.125. I want 1.5, so a little more than half. We got there, guys, we got there. A little more than half of this. I'll go like here, like that. 1.5 pounds of ground beef into our skillet. And a nice wooden spoon to break it. Oh, I gotta turn the heat on. Turn your heat on to like, I don't know, medium high. Guys, you know, there's an educational aspect to these videos in a sense, but I'm also not qualified to be an educator in any sense when it comes to food. I'm just a normal person trying to cook moderately healthy, delicious meals. Sometimes I fail. Look at this spoon is cracked. You see that? It's got like a crack in it. I don't wanna eat the wood. Take off that little piece. You think it's still okay to use it? Interesting. I made this bigger like cookdoc thing. Oh, I'm off on a topic. Oh my gosh, let me get into the recipe. So cook the beef. While the beef is cooking, it's gonna take a minute for my pan to get warm. I didn't pre-warm it. We're gonna mix our spices that we're gonna put into the beef. This is gonna be delicious. It's gonna be easy and it should help you stop thinking about food. We're gonna start off with 1 teaspoon of high-end fancy kosher salt. Well, that's, you know, do as I say, not as I do. You get the point. And we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of that. Ooh, the beef is sizzling. That's the sound we wanna hear. We'll do a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of smoked paprika. I don't really like these glass, I almost call them metal. Glass, that's gonna spill, hold on. I don't wanna overflow it, so I'm gonna put a paper towel down. Is this how you, oh, see, look, it's good I did that. Teaspoon of smoked paprika. Now, I've heard this called food noise, right? And I talked about that a little bit in my last video. But food noise is this inability to stop thinking about food. And I think we all have it sometimes. 2 teaspoons of cumin is what we're putting in here. The idea of this recipe is it has some key elements that are specifically designed to help satiate your appetite so that you're not thinking about food all the time. Then we want 1 teaspoon of chili powder. This seems like a lot of spice, huh? But that's okay. 1 teaspoon chili powder, and then 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, fancy, freshly cracked. All right, let's take our beef and start moving it around a little so we don't just burn one side of it. I should like twist this so I can reach the handle. There we go. I'm so fancy. So we're just gonna break up our ground beef. Wanna get it nice and cooked, almost like crispy. So pretty well cooked. Scrape it off the bottom if it's sticking. Mine's sticking a little bit. I'm doing 80-20 ground beef, and we're not gonna drain it because actually the fat is going to be one of those elements that helps satiate our hunger. I actually studied this a little. I rarely study, but I studied this a little, things that actually satiate your hunger, and that is a thing. Mix up our spices so that they distribute evenly. Man, I feel fancy today. I feel very smart. Hey guys, if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. That's not centered in my camera. Subscribing is fun. Also gonna want 1 tablespoon of butter, and so I'm just gonna chop that off the end here. I always go a little over on the end of the butter because I feel like you get shorted, but I don't know. I guess I could actually measure it, but I always trust the little block of text on there. This might be overkill, this knife. Okay, I'm gonna check on my beef and give it another stir. It's looking pretty good. The thing about cooking at home, guys, I think most of you know this, is no matter what diet you may be trying to do, whether it's low calorie, low carb, etc., you can actually really clearly understand the calories and control them in a sense. So if you wanted this to be a little less caloric, you could go 90-10 ground beef, and it would have a little less fat, but it would be a little less calories, right? Another example is we're gonna use some coleslaw mix, and the one we got has carrots. That's gonna add like 1 to 2 net carbs for the whole dish, but that adds up. So you might wanna get the coleslaw mix that has no carrots in it. This one has carrots. So that's really depending on what you're following. This recipe will be keto friendly. All right, our beef is looking pretty good. Guys, have you tried out our podcast yet, me and Dan's? It's really good. We're kind of like, we're pioneers in the food podcast space because all the food podcasts are really fancy and super smart chefs talking about like, I don't know, the notes of cumin and its different aspects. And me and my friend Dan are like, hey, what'd you eat at the movie theater? So, you know, if you want like a more fun podcast about food, about our adventures in food, what we're cooking, the news in food a little bit, stuff like that, then check out Crumbs and Conversations with Dave and Dan. I'll link it down below. It's a channel here on YouTube, and it's also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So subscribe, follow it. Let us know what you think of it. It's brand new. We've only done 1 episode at the moment. We're going to do 1 episode a week. That's our goal. And it's not like a diet podcast or anything. It literally is just about food. Cooking food, eating food, food news. It's just fun stuff about food. But our beef is pretty much cooked through. But you know what's interesting is I kind of want like a little bit of a deeper cook on it. Not too much, but just a little bit. So I'm going to go a little bit longer. Now I'm going to add my spice mix in with the beef. Like I said, there's a good amount of grease in here, but that's okay because it's going to spread out, especially when we mix it with that coleslaw I showed you earlier. And that is going to help us stay full longer. So let's add 1 tablespoon of butter into the beef here. And also add our spices and just kind of spread them out all over the beef. We could probably turn our heat down a little bit at this point to like a medium low, like that, and just make sure we got that seasoning kind of covering everything. Now we're going to let that kind of stew in its juices, and we're going to mix it up, and then we're going to work on a sauce. All right, so just mix this all up. It smells really good, as you can probably guess. A delicious and tasty delight. Get that butter to melt too. All right, let's let it go, and then I'll check on it in a second. So for our sauce, you know, we're doing a taco skillet base, or taco bowl, basically. That's a weirdly long spoon, huh? We want a 1/2 cup of sour cream, full fat, hearty sour cream. Again, another ingredient to help us feel full, kill our food noise. I tried the title "Kill the Food Noise" on my last video, and you guys didn't like that. So I guess I won't go with that, although I thought it was kind of a fun title. But I think not a lot of people understand what food noise is. So I think, you know, it's just a weird short term for being hungry all the time. We're then gonna add to our sour cream 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And you can use like, you know, avocado mayo or whatever mayo you want to use. I'm just using standard basic Hellmann's. When I was in North Carolina, people always did the Dukes. That was very popular. You can do a tablespoon of lime juice or pickle juice. I decided to go pickle juice. I don't know why. I thought about it for a long time, and I was like, I want pickle juice. So a tablespoon of pickle juice for me. I feel like lime would be more adjacent to like a taco, but I was just craving the pickle juice. I don't know. All right, this beef is looking really good over here. It's smelling delicious. Stir it up one more time. I really only want to cook it for like 1.5 to 3 minutes. Really 1.5 minutes, but I feel like cooking a little longer, so I'm gonna go for more like 3 minutes on low. We're gonna add a little bit of salt, like, I don't know, that's too much probably 1/2 teaspoon. Then we're gonna do a tablespoon of Tabasco sauce. That's a lot of Tabasco sauce, I know. It's gonna take about an hour to get it out into the thing. You can do 2 tablespoons too, depending on how spicy you want it, but that vinegar is really what we're looking for. Vinegar is another thing. It's another element that's gonna help make us feel full. So having that is like a non-negotiable. You want some sort of vinegar type hot sauce, at least some of it. It shouldn't be too spicy because of, although it looks like a lot in this mix, but when you mix it in everything, it's not gonna be that intense. It should just give it a little zing. I'm spilling it all over the table. Standard practice for me. And no, I'm not editing the spills out. This is, you know, part of cooking. As some of these chefs on YouTube are so fancy, they never make any mistakes. I don't know how they do it, but I make mistakes all the time. All right, I'm gonna take 2, wait, I should probably clean up my mess, huh? I mean, why not? I turned off my heat on my beef. Here, let's take a look at the beef too. 6 things at once. The beef looks really good. Smells amazing. Super deeply seasoned. And that is on purpose. We're gonna clean up our mess a little bit, guys. Someone told me in the comments, Dave, you need to clean while you work. Look at it, I did it. I'm not gonna show you the off the camera view because then you will be mad at me, but coleslaw, with or without carrots, 16 ounces. And I'm gonna see if I can just do this in 2 bowls. So it's literally just 2 servings, but I feel like, yeah, it's too bulky for these bowls. So I guess I'm making more than 2 bowls. Let's see, how many bowls am I making? I only have 2 fancy clear bowls though. That's only half of it. So that means I could probably do 4 servings out of this. That's all right. So, you know, coleslaw at the bottom of the bowl. We're not doing anything to it. We're not seasoning it. We want it just plain. The reason is this beef, we crazy season this beef. We've got the fat in there. It's gonna drip down. It's gonna get into the coleslaw, which is basically just what? Cabbage, carrots, and some other cabbage. I feel all right. Now, we're gonna take our beef. And since we're doing it in fourths, I guess we'd take a quarter of our beef, put it on top, but you can actually add as much beef as you want. You know, I figure if you understand the calories, which I'll put, and the carbs and stuff of the whole thing, you can kind of decide how you want to construct it. Maybe you want extra cabbage or coleslaw, I mean, or extra beef, whatever it is. But yeah, okay. I mean, I'm tempted to just go all in and just do all the beef in these 2 bowls and just half the cabbage. But all right, that's fine. The bowls are full. Then we want to take our sauce and generously top it with that delicious sauce we made, like so. And we should be eating like basically taco night here. So we definitely need to add some cheese. You can use sharp cheddar. I had Colby, so that's what I'm using. But you can use sharp cheddar. That's probably better. Cheddar is better. Ooh, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? On top of that, we're gonna add some pickled, and this is optional. If you don't like spice, you can skip it, but some pickled jalapenos. Maybe I'll do that jalapenos on just one of them, like that. It's looking pretty good though, isn't it, guys? And then if you want pork rinds for that crunch, you could do that too. If you like are craving chips and you wanna go healthier, you could add pork rinds to this. And I'll give you the total macros for the whole dish after we taste it. Let's try it out. Wish me luck. I wanna get some of everything in my bite here. You know, no need for a wrap or anything like that. We're gonna try this out. The food noise killing taco bowl. That's good. It's got a little kick, but not super spicy, and I'm pretty sensitive to spice, so if I say it's not bad, it's probably not that bad. Oh, it's very tasty. I just love the crunch of the coleslaw. I'm talking with my mouth full, sorry guys. So we kind of separated this out into quarters. I think even quarters might be too much food for me. Like I might be too full, but I don't know, I feel like I could eat this whole bowl. And this whole bowl, I mean, this is a meal replacement basically. It's a full meal. And it was done in what? How long was our actual cook time? 5-10 minutes? So fast. Super delicious. Definitely recommend it. Grand total calories in a quarter of it is gonna be about 700 calories for this big bowl full, which is gonna keep you full for hours. Carbs are gonna be right around 4 if you don't have carrots, maybe 5 carbs for a bowl if you do have the carrots in your coleslaw, but that's again if you eat it all. Protein, 39 grams, fat, 59 grams, and fiber, 5 grams. So really nice macros, really filling. I definitely won't be thinking about food for hours after I eat this, and it tastes so good, guys. I actually want a little more jalapeno in this bite. Super tasty, guys. I recommend this one. I do think you'll like it. Hit the hype button on the video if you can. That's supposedly the new thing YouTube does to help promote things, subscribing, commenting, liking, that's all good too, but hyping is the new big thing. If you wanna check out my website, DCAMKT, I'm selling like handmade bars of soap, custom stuff I 3D print on my 3D printer, like this little holder for your spoon so it doesn't get on the oven when you're cooking, and stuff like that. I keep thinking of new things to make. And check out our podcast. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.